Have you ever felt like a song just gets you? Maybe better than words ever could? Well, that's what we're diving into. The incredible power of music to communicate huge ideas and feelings, all without saying a single word. So let me start by asking you a question. Do you think it's possible to speak a language that has no actual words? Can you really share a powerful message with someone without saying anything at all? The answer is a definite yes. And the truth is, you already do it, probably every single day. From the songs you stream to the jingles you hear on TV, you're using a language without words. That language, of course, is music. But how does that actually work? I mean, how can a collection of sounds create a message that we all just seem to understand? Well, let's break down music's secret language. At its core, musical communication is a pretty simple idea. A creator, a musician or composer, sends out a message using sound. Then, we as the listener receive that sound and interpret it. It's like a bridge made of pure sound, connecting their feelings directly to ours. Now, to really get this language, we need to understand its grammar. Just like any language, music has rules and fundamental building blocks. So let's start by decoding the basic code of sound. First up is rhythm. The easiest way to think about rhythm is as the music's heartbeat. It's the pulse, the pattern that gives a song its structure and energy. It's the part that makes you want to tap your foot. And what's really cool is how rhythm can completely change the message. A fast driving rhythm can make you feel excited, energized, or even anxious. A slow rhythm often feels calm or maybe a little sad and thoughtful. And a steady, repetitive rhythm, that can actually help you focus because it's so predictable. All right, next we have melody. This is probably what you think of when you think of a song. It's the tune that gets stuck in your head, the part you can hum along to. It's basically a string of notes that our brain hears as one single idea. And the shape of that melody tells its own little story. Notes that are high up can sound bright or create tension. Low notes often feel more serious and grounded. A melody that rises up can feel hopeful, like it's asking a question. And one that falls down, that can feel like a final answer or a heavy sigh. Then there's harmony. Harmony is what happens when you play different notes at the same time. It adds all this depth and texture to the music. It's kind of like having different voices in a conversation, all contributing to create one bigger, richer picture. And harmony can have two very different personalities. You have consonant harmonies, where the notes sound pleasant and stable together. This communicates a feeling of peace. And then you have dissonant harmonies, where the notes clash and sound tense. Filmmakers love to use dissonance in scary movies to make you feel on edge. Next up, let's talk about dynamics. Now, this sounds like a fancy term, but it's really just about the volume of the music. And just like we raise our voice when we're excited or whisper to share a secret, music uses volume to get its emotional point across. When music is loud, the technical term is forte. It communicates power and intensity. But when it's quiet, or piano, it can feel really intimate or fragile, like a secret. By moving between loud and quiet, musicians can take us on a real emotional journey. And one of the most powerful dynamic tools is the crescendo. You've definitely heard this. It's when the music starts quiet and gradually gets louder and louder and louder. It's a fantastic way to build suspense and excitement, and it totally pulls you in. So we have the basic code of music, but how is that code actually delivered? Who are the speakers in this language? Well, that would be the performers and their instruments. Every single instrument has its own unique voice. A guitar and a piano can play the exact same note, but you instantly know which is which, right? Well, that unique sound quality, that sonic fingerprint, is called timbre. And composers think about this a lot. They choose instruments like a director casts actors in a movie. They pick the perfect voice for the part they're trying to express. If they need something bold and powerful, they might use a trumpet. If they want a feeling that's deep and thoughtful, the cello is a great choice. But the message isn't only in the sound. Especially if you're watching a live performance, a huge part of the communication is visual. It's what you actually see the performers doing. Think about it. A musician's facial expression can tell you if a piece is supposed to be joyful or heartbreaking. Their body language shows you all the energy they're pouring into the music. Even the silence, those pauses between the notes, are a tool used to build suspense and give you a moment to feel. Okay, so we've broken down the language of music piece by piece. Now let's zoom out and see how this amazing language shapes our world and helps us tell our biggest, most important stories.
For thousands of years, music has been a messenger. Before many people could read, songs were like a musical newspaper, passing down traditions, stories, and news. Even in military history, simple bugle calls were used to send clear, specific commands across a loud and chaotic battlefield.
And we still do this all the time. We have very specific music for weddings to communicate love, for graduations to signal achievement, and for sports events to unite fans. The music in a store sets the mood. And for many of us, the first music we hear every day is our alarm. It's literally the soundtrack to our lives. So that brings us to the big takeaway here. Music is never just background noise. Every single song you love is telling a story, using its rhythm, its melody, its harmony. So next time you put on a favorite track, really listen. Try to decode it. What story is it telling you? Because in the end, that's what's so powerful about music. It connects us. It crosses borders, it crosses cultures, and it communicates the feelings and stories of what it means to be human in a way that anyone, anywhere can understand. It truly is the one universal language without words.